too. Maybe it's only wishful dreaming, but lately I only dream of you. Oh, I need to know. Tell me, would you come running whenever love calls? Would you fly with me without fear in the fall? Give me your heart, or nothing at all. Heaven is right here for the taking, waiting for us to make a move. Listen, no misunderstanding. Heaven only speaks the truth. Oh, I need to know. Tell me, would you come running whenever love calls? Would you fly with me without fear in the fall? Give me your heart, or nothing at all. Baby, tell me what you're thinking, 'cause lately all I think of is you. Tell me, would you come running whenever love calls? Would you fly with me without fear in the fall? Give me your heart or nothing. Could you walk to forever and never look back? Could you risk it all? Is that too much to ask? Give me your heart or nothing. Oh, give me your heart or nothing. Give me your heart or nothing at all. We talk about a beach in Tahiti, Saint Germain in Paris, France. What makes the best martini? Stirred or shaken before it hits your glass. We talk about this, we talk about that. When we gonna get down to brass tacks? L-O-V-E. When we gonna talk about love? L-O-V-E. When we gonna talk about love? We talk about having 3 wishes and a genie to make them come true. You'd go for a Maserati, I'm thinking oceanfront in Malibu. We talk about this, we talk about that, a whole lot of nothing as a matter of fact. L-O-V-E. When we gonna talk about love? L-O-V-E. When we gonna talk about love?
You sure this is a good idea? I can't pick her up in the car. You almost hit her.
No, I mean this entire situation.
Look, have you ever had anybody love you? Think you were the greatest thing in the world?
Yes. Jesus.
Well, I haven't. but she has. Maybe she could feel that way about me someday. That's it. It's the one.
How do you think this is gonna end?
We go on about our favorite movies, Casablanca or Heaven Can Wait. Astronomy, philosophy, blind luck, or is it fate? I've been waiting, anticipating for the one thing missing from our conversation. L-O-V-E, when we're gonna talk about love. L-O-V-E, when we're gonna talk about love. When we're gonna L-O-V-E, when we're gonna talk about love. Let's talk about L-O-V-E, when we're gonna talk about love.
Well, hello again. Welcome back. Happy Summer Solstice weekend. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining us in the world. We are happy to be here with you in this now moment. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Charlene. In front of you are 21 chromatically tuned quartz crystal singing bowls tuned to 432 hertz. That just means that this particular note, this A, it's the same note if you go to the symphony and you hear everyone tuning to. This A cycles 432 times per second. It's its wavelength. It's its vibe. You have a vibe, you know. Everything does. And in music, we connect these vibes to frequency. We also connect them into color, which is what makes these bowls so special. They have more notes than most singing bowl sets. These are specially crafted for you. They contain all of the black and white keys on a piano keyboard, which makes sense. I'm a classical musician. Kind of need all of the colors of the rainbow in order to make a rainbow of sound for you. Hello, Brad. So glad that you are back. Nice to see you. We're coming live in multiple places today. We are on YouTube. We are on Insight Timer. So if you see me looking all around, I'm looking at all of these different worlds. We are on our Circle community, and we are also on Zoom. I couldn't think of the word. So if you're on any of the other platforms and want to join us on Zoom, just go to charlene.com/solstice. Register, and I can send you a link so that you can join the Zoom chat. And what makes the Zoom chat so special? The Zoom chat is actually a place where we, at the end of the session, so we take the first hour and we really go in, go deep, do the work. And then in the second part, that second hour, we connect one-on-one. And I have the opportunity to listen to a variety of different things about you, depending on what each session's theme is about. So on Friday night, we listened to the dreams that were in your space. This morning, we listened to your signature frequency, the vibrations that come through steady and true underneath your resonant field. And today, we're actually going to be looking behind the veil at the sounds and the vibrations that are supporting you often without you ever even knowing. We'll look at those together. So if you want to join that, feel free to go to charlene.com/solstice. Hi, Kara. It's nice to see you. Yes, good sound quality on YouTube. You've tested all three just now. Amazing. Yep, well, every platform has its benefits, right? Appreciate you sharing that, Kara. I love that. Hello again, Diana, Kara, Barbara. Nice to see you all. Barbara loved the intermission music. Just gorgeous. Good. Thank you, Jeremy. And thank you, Barbara. Appreciate that. Grateful Gail. This is such a special gift, Charlene. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for joining. We appreciate you being here. All of our friends also on YouTube. I can see you as well. E.T. Yogi. Hello, hello. Well, you know what? There is a lot to cover today because this is a big weekend. It only happens once a year. Tomorrow is the summer solstice, where we are coming together under the longest light of the year, at least in the northern hemisphere. Our southern hemisphere friends, the shortest light. But in this longest light, we have an opportunity to illuminate deeper within ourselves truths that are ready to surface. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow at high noon Eastern Time, 12 p.m., if you'd like to join us back again. On all platforms, Insight Timer, YouTube, Circle, and of course, Zoom. If you'd like that Zoom link, charlene.com/solstice. Hi, Jada, joining us from Lebanon. Lovely to see you, my friend. So glad you are here as well. So let's get down to it. So because we are having a slightly different format, our lovely powers that be of light suggest that I share this with you, just so everybody's on the same page. Because we are having these additional one-on-one interactions on Zoom, this is an open group session. It is being recorded, y'all know that, we do that. And anything that you say, show, or share may be seen and heard by everyone present and may appear in the recording. So please only share what you're comfortable having others see or hear. There's no expectation of privacy or confidentiality in this space, and we honor you as you arrive. I offer, personally, spiritual, energy, musical, and wellness guidance. It's not medical, psychological, therapeutic, financial, or legal advice. Don't go and play the stock market after this. I mean, unless you're really good at it, then you do you, but not because of anything I said. And it's not a substitute for care from a licensed professional. Participation is obviously completely voluntary, and we appreciate you being here. And you can always pause, stay quiet, or leave at any time, whatever feels right and best for you. And by staying in the session and taking part, you agree to these terms and consent to being recorded. And if that's not okay for you, that's all right too. You're welcome to participate as a silent observer or just step away. If you're on the Zoom platform, if you've been here before, you know that we'll call on you. We won't just randomly bring you onto the screen. That's something you get to volunteer. It's your choice. And we love to connect. So let's begin just to settle and listen in and see where the sound takes us. Ooh, okay, this will be interesting. Already starting to unfurl a little bit of magic. So just find a little more comfort in your body, settling in. If you'd like to stay seated, allow your spine to be as erect as possible. It just allows the energy to move more easily through your body. Or if you'd like to lay down, Your body can feel comfort into that beautiful, relaxed, linear place. So every year, the sun climbs to its highest, and then for these 3 days, it appears to stand still. And the old ones, all of our sages back in the day, they had a word for that stillness. They called it a threshold. It was not a way in or a way out, but the turning itself. A door that was held open between who you have been and who you are becoming. And for as long as there have been people, we have been gathering at this turning, at this solstice, because we can feel it. Not just out of habit, because our body reminds us that there is something here, brief, but powerful, special, and genuinely possible. And most of us cross our thresholds without ever noticing, carrying by the circumstances of life, sometimes even just half awake as we slip into slumber, in and out of dream realms. But today is different. We're going to actively cross that threshold. You're going to be the one who navigates this turning, this threshold, this opportunity to shift from who you are into who you are becoming. And to navigate, we need tools, your instrument. So let's find your tools, the ones you were born with. So I invite you, because I think you have felt this before. Think back to a moment, to a time when you knew something before you had any way of actually knowing it. The phone rang, you knew who it was. You walked into a room and your whole body said, ooh, let's walk back on out. Before your mind even had a single reason. You met someone, and it's like you had known them for a lifetime. And something deep within you resonated, yes, yes, yes. Way before any facts came in. You didn't have reason there. You didn't think it. You knew it. You know that. That knowing, your knowing, is real. And it's often more right than we ever give it credit for. Some part of you deep inside is reading the room while the rest of you is still reaching for words or facts or validation. Sometimes we don't need facts to just know. And that's because you, in truth, are not one center of intelligence, but you are three. Low in the belly is the oldest one. A web of some 500 million neurons lines your gut, more than your entire spinal cord. Old enough that it was actually already running long before your brain even evolved in your skull. It makes the same messages and messengers that the brain makes. That's why you have a gut feeling. And it can act entirely on its own. This is the one that speaks first and fastest without words. Ooh, you know exactly your gut response on that. The drop in the stomach, the pull, the no, the yes, that you could feel before you could ever defend or explain it. It's your instinct, your oldest knowing. Now, seated higher behind the breastbone is the strongest tool that you have. You were probably taught that the heart is a pump, and well, it is, but it is also the most powerful electrical and magnetic generator in your entire body. Its electrical field, wow, is some 60 times or more stronger than your brain's. And I pause because, remember, these are quartz bowls, which means they are made out of quartz, and they have a piezoelectric effect, which means they generate electricity. And when we start talking about the magnetism of the heart, we're seeing the bowls actually beginning to respond. Really, I can feel it. My hair is standing on end. It's incredible. And the magnetic field, speaking of your heart, reaches out beyond your skin, outside of you, measurable about 3 feet away from you. Again, it's that vibe that you give off that others can feel. And interestingly, your heart has a nervous system of its own, some 40,000 neurons that sense and learn and remember. People call the heart the little That name sort of sells it short because the heart doesn't answer to the head. The heart actually sets the rhythm that the head and everything else falls into line with. It's not a little brain. Your heart is your conductor. And then, housed in your skull, the youngest one, the head, the brain, the seat of meaning, of perception, of reason, of seeing the long view. Brilliant. And the loudest. See? Cut off from the other two, it races and second guesses and talks over everything until noise is the only thing that you can hear. So you have these three tools: gut, heart, head. Three centers that can harmonize. The instinct, the conductor, and the long view. And science has only lately caught up with what the body has already always known. That great wandering nerve, the vagus nerve, you've heard of it, that runs between the base of your brain all the way down through your system, touching multiple organ systems, down into your gut. Well, it actually runs mostly upward. Some 80% of its fibers carry information from the body to the brain, not the other way around. The body is not waiting for orders to respond. The body is proactively reporting. In fact, there's even a small fold in the brain, deep behind the ears, whose entire job is to listen, receive, and read the messages from the heart, the gut, and the breath, and then turn those messages into a feeling that you can use. Scientists call that feeling interoception. You probably call it intuition. And let me tell you, it is supernatural. Supernatural. Your three centers reporting your world. So the tool that you have today, the instrument at your disposal, is your inner compass. It's not just one aspect, it's the marriage of all three of them. And here's, y'all know I love fascinating facts. Here's a fascinating fact that leaves some scientists still scratching their chins, leaning back in their chairs. Again and again, in laboratory settings, when a person is about to be shown an image of something, an image chosen at random by a machine, random, absolutely no interference with man, an image that no one in the room could predict, the body begins to respond before the image appears. Let me say that again. The body begins to respond before the body sees the image. The skin, the breath, the heart, shifting seconds ahead of a future the conscious mind has no way to see. And the system that is always stirred first, even earlier than the brain, you know, it's the heart. The heart registers what is coming before the mind can know. Scientists don't know how. They only know that it does. Which means the compass in your chest, the one that we are using today, is not only reading where you are, but in some profound way, which we're only being able to begin to understand, your heart is already leaning towards where you are going. Now there is an exact map of the human spirit called the gene keys that names this exact passage. The move from forcing your life to flowing your life. And it calls the shadow, or that lower state where there's a lot of friction, or shadow state, we can call that force, that push, that hustle, that grip, that exhausting yourself trying to walk upstream. And then there's also a gift that's waiting on that far side when you can step more fully into the flow. And this is where force turns into strength. Not effort, but its opposite. It's a power that arrives because it is perfectly timed, because you have finally stopped fighting the flow. So force leads to strength, but what happens when strength is fully embodied? At its very height, force becomes strength that transforms into majesty. Not ruling over anyone, but that quiet, unmistakable identity of a person who is in tune with themselves, with their presence, how they stand, how they speak, how they feel, how they breathe, how they move through a room and through life. So to entrain this majesty, force, strength, majesty into the body, and not only the mind, we're going to use a gesture, a mudra. If that word is new to you, here's what it means. A mudra is a particular shape of the hands that sends a particular signal inward. And the reason why it works is that your hands are densely wired into your brain. The sensory area of your fingertips actually claim more of your brain's attention than actually your entire back does. Think how much real estate's on your back versus your fingertips. And yet, your fingertips inform the neurology going on, firing every moment. So a deliberate shape of your hands creates a very powerful physical response because it closes a circuit, it presses a state into a body, a state that you can find your way back to just by making that shape again. So when we use sound, we open the doorway and the gesture marks the spot. So you can return to this deep state of majesty anytime, anywhere. So let's find this seal, this mudra of majesty. So what we do is that we lace all of our index fingers together. Yep, there we go. Now, yep, perfect. Now lift your 2 index fingers, those pointer fingers, the first fingers, and let them rise and meet, pointing up, pressed lightly to each other. Now, allow your thumbs to cross one over the other. This is how my hands naturally feels good. And you'll find that one thumb naturally feels easier to connect to. Choose which thumb sits on top. But let's go a little deeper. If you have the right thumb over left, right over left, or right on top, it calls up a bright forward current. It's the inner king. That's a masculine energy. Now, if you have that left thumb on top, left over right, it calls up a receptive, flowing current, the inner queen, the feminine. So move between them right now and just feel the difference. You have both an inner queen and an inner king, no matter your born gender. Now, these positions can help you balance your masculine and feminine polarities. So you can play with that as well, not only in this moment, but also through today to see what calls to you. Where do you naturally sit? Find that. And then sometimes too, play where you might naturally be able to receive a different level of information. Now, when you're comfortable with where you are, lift that whole shape and rest it against your chest. Over your heart here. Good. Now let your knees stay soft, unlocked. It just helps with the energy flow. It also helps because you're moving a lot of energy, that you don't feel lightheaded, and that you can stay in your space. It's easy if you're seated. If you want to stand, just give a little bit of bend in your knees, or if you're lying down, just prop up your knees just a little bit, even if you put a pillow behind your knees. Let your shoulders relax and just breathe. And it's this single gesture that holds your whole journey. It's a shape of release. You can feel that old grip just pouring out of your hands. It's also a shape that cuts clean through the lie that you have to push. It's also a shape of balance, the king and the queen, drawn level into majesty. So hold it and let your body learn it. Good. We'll come back for it again. I'll cue you so that you know when to do this mudra. If you'd like to keep it throughout the whole time, you do you. That's fine too. You may feel that this will begin to elicit a very strong energetic response within your system, so sometimes you may need to let it go to release. If it starts to generate and bring up too much, Don't feel that you got to hold on for glory. It won't accomplish as much as if you can actually just allow it to be. Sometimes it's good to release. We have to be able to have as much structure as we do release. So find your perfect balance of structure and release. And so just begin to find your perfect structure right now, whatever that may be. Find a way to sit or to lie down that tells your body that it is both held and free. And whenever you're ready, in your own time, let your eyes close. And let the breath simply breathe. Now bring your awareness easily to the center of your chest, to the place of your sacred heart, and take one slow breath in all the way, and just slowly exhale. Let it go, release. And notice where the breath is right now in this moment. It may be different than it was 4 hours ago, yesterday, last night. Just notice and witness. You see, when we move through our days, scattered or pressed, the rhythm between the heartbeats become jagged. They spike, they drop, they stumble, they skip. But under the right conditions that you can make right here with nothing but your attention and your breath, that rhythm, the rhythm of your heart, can smooth into one long, even wave. Heart, breath, heart, breath, heart, breath, and your nervous system responds, falling into a single unified rhythm, that ordered wave that science calls coherence. So rest your attention here in your heart, as though you could see from this place, as though you could breathe from this place, from your heart. And you let your breath lengthen easily, and you begin to breathe through your heart. Imagine it flowing in and out through the heart itself, in through the heart, pausing and out through the heart, pausing, finding its perfect rhythm for you. Again, breathe in and out through the heart. Good. Feeling the systems coming back into greater alignment, using an unhurried pace that is the exact rhythm where your heart finds its smoothest, good, most coherent wave easily, and you stay with it on your own, breathing. Good. Yes. And now, as the breath keeps moving through the heart, invite one extremely positive and true feeling into your body, something that uplifts your spirit. Feelings that are easy to access are gratitude, appreciation, care, or love. Let it be real and your own. Bring to mind someone you love, a beloved animal, a place that steadies you, a single moment that you are so glad that you experienced that changed your life. The simple fact of being alive. Let the feeling be genuine and true. And let it grow. And as it does, it turns up its warmth as it spreads from the chest on every breath you release until the whole body softens and comes even more alive. This coherence, heart, breath, and feeling locked into one rhythm. Good. And as it deepens, the static that you had walked in with settles, dissolves, releases, all on its own. And in its place, a clear, clean, strong signal arrives. And you rest here in the warm and steady glow of this sacred heart. Your conductor, you conducting your life's rhythm. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, and as you slowly exhale, let's begin to set down roots so that everything rests on solid ground. If you have a grounding practice, I invite you to begin that now. If not, think, imagine, or feel a golden cord of light that originates at the base of your spine about as wide as your hips. Watch it begin to descend down through the chair, the floor, the ground beneath, down into the cool, dark, holding earth, until it reaches a place that feels most settling to you. Perhaps it's deep in the bedrock at the planet's core, or perhaps it's near the surface. Wherever it feels right today, feel yourself connect and align, and there it roots and wraps and holds. And you feel it growing as wide and as strong as you wish. That golden cord of light from the base of your spine into the center of the earth. And know this, anytime along the way that you meet something, a feeling, a vibration, a resonance, a pattern, a color, a sound that you are ready to release, to set down, you can always allow it to slip down this golden cord of light back into the earth, recycling itself back. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It always finds where it needs to go, especially when we let it go. The earth knows how to receive, and that golden cord stays with you the whole way through. And now, from this deeply rooted place, it's easy to feel even more aligned, more safe, and more held. And as you do, shift your attention to that third eye, that place of inner vision, of insight. That place where you know that you know that you know. We can call it the theater of the mind. There's nothing to reach for. See yourself standing on solid ground, your own ground, near the shore of a wide, quiet country. The earth is firm beneath your feet, the very earth your golden grounding cord has connected you into. And as you breathe, you take in the landscape and allow your knowingness to settle. And you recognize this ground is the ground of who you have been. Every stone of it, every path, you know it by heart. The light here is even, familiar, sometimes plain, sometimes exciting. But it's a flat, steady light of a place you have looked over and over and over again for a very long time. Familiar, honest, and true. And just ahead, where the ground ends, it ends at water, a wide, slow river, bright and unhurried, stretching across the whole of the view. This is the water that lies between who you have been and who you are becoming. And spanning this water from this shore to the far shore, you see a crossing, a bridge. Perhaps you see a span of old stone. Perhaps a bridge of light. Perhaps a path that simply lives and carries over. One of you even sees a magic carpet. Trust whatever shape arrives. See that crossing. Good. And on the far shore, the one the bridge is reaching towards, something glows. It's not that flat, even light of the shore where you stand, but it is a warm, lustrous gold with amber glow, like the color the whole world turns in late afternoon. And you can't quite make out what casts it. It's too soft, too far to read. Only that it's there. Only that it's warm, welcoming. And some part of you, the part that's always knows, feels, intuits first, has already turned to face it. And you follow. And from this steady ground, allow your attention to turn inward to your three centers. Your head, your gut, and your heart, just as they are, nothing to change, only to see. Find the head behind the eyes, the heart behind the breastbone, the gut low in your belly. Good. And let each one show you itself however it wishes right now, as a point of light, maybe a color, a shape, an icon, a feeling, an image. See these three centers, three lights, one at a time. The gut, the heart, the head. And notice how right now, perhaps they're not all moving together yet. Perhaps the head's racing out ahead, measuring the bridge, counting the wrist, seeing what's going on. What is she saying? What am I doing? Reaching back for the railing of the old known way. Just notice if there's any dissonance that's coming up. Or perhaps your belly is pulling the other direction, tight, low braced against the very idea of leaving this shore. Maybe a burning desire to do so, but a fear to take the first step. Just notice, allow it to be. You may feel some dissonance. That's okay. Notice in the heart. Notice how maybe as it's between them, it's trying to keep a steady wave, trying to be heard beneath the noise, the fluctuations of the other two. Three lights, three rhythms, maybe pulling apart, maybe not as in line as they could Just notice. All of that pushing, that being out of tune and alignment has a name. It's called force. And perhaps for a long time it was the main tool that you thought you had. But the forcing was never the whole of you. It was only a part of you, a part that longed, it yearned for something steadier. But it thought that if it pushed itself hard enough, maybe it could keep you safe. And this part of you has stood guard, pushing ever since. And it's easy to begin to feel in your body where that guard still stands. Because forcing always leaves a mark in your body. It might be a tightness in your jaw. Perhaps the shoulders drawn up. Clenched fists that you didn't even know you were holding. A breath kept high and shallow. A knot pulled tight beneath the ribs. Just notice what's moving through your body right now. Let your attention go to it, that place where you grip. That holding is like an old, haggard guard, still at its post. Bless it. So rather than meet force with force, see yourself acknowledge that tension and bless it. Bless it the way that you would turn to an old loyal guard who has stood watch for far too long, and tell it the truth. In those places of tension, hear yourself say, I see you. I recognize you. Thank you for showing me what I needed to see. Thank you for holding me because you thought it was helping me. I thought I was helping myself. But yet, your watch is over. This is a new time, a new beginning, a new opportunity. And feel, if even a little, that grip beginning to let go, the force settling down, the jaw loosening, the shoulders falling, the breath slowing, easy, settling. And as you breathe, allow the heart to do the thing that only the heart can do. Let your heart conduct. Let its steady rhythm rise to meet the head. Good. And as the head hears the heart, it can stop its racing and simply look, take in, experience that long, calm view. Let that rhythm sink now down into the belly. And the belly, hearing it, can unclench, can relax, can retune itself. Good, releasing. And remember how it always knew. 3 centers drawn into one wave. The way the breath and the heartbeat have already found each other. Feeling them synchronize, agree, harmonize, creating coherence throughout your entire system. Breathing into the thing, beneath the thing that was always there under the forcing. Go deep. Notice how the body changes when the 3 aspects of you speak with one voice. The chest opening, the ground beneath you steadier, a quiet that isn't empty but full. The quiet of a room where the argument has finally stopped. No part of you bracing against each other, nothing left you to argue or try to figure out or fix. Just one clear this path, it's not an idea, it's a feeling in the body. How the forcing took everything you had out of you. But this new harmony only asks that you allow. Open, easy, freeing. You see, when the whole of you agrees, you no longer push. You are moved by your own consent with the currents of life. When you choose to let go and flow, this is a strength that has nothing to do with force, but it's a strength that arrives because of ease. Like this was the right way all along. And your body can receive this knowing to carry with it always. It becomes easy to know how a forced choice feels strangely hollow. And here, your heart relaxes even more when you recognize that your true direction arrives one way or another. Quiet, steady, solid, absolutely yours. It arrives in the chest, a breath before words come. The heart leaning towards it before the mind has finished asking. Steady, strong, solid, true. This truth is the needle of your inner compass. Feel it now. Good. And feel where it points. Not where you think it should point, but where the whole of you, agreeing, already leans. Notice how you are pointing out across the bridge towards the far shore. And as your gaze rests on that far shore, that low golden amber light begins to gather, to take shape. The light on the other shore, you see there is someone, something standing in it. Too far still to know. Only a figure, easy and unhurried, where the lustrous liquid light pools on the grass in the distance. It feels as though this figure has been there since the moment you arrived, but you're just now noticing. The compass in your chest is pointing you in your direction, and you breathe. Figure makes no demands on you. It doesn't call, pull, or insist. It just invites, resonates. With no effort at all. Feel that resonance, inviting you to match its tone. That faint answering hum, already alive, somewhere deep behind your breastbone. You feel yourself compelled to move forward, compelled on your own free will. So let your first step come on its own. Not from deciding hard, not from gathering your will. Let the agreement of your three centers, that quiet yes and humming in the chest, be the energy that moves you. Good. And as your foot finds the bridge, notice that it holds. It's always going to hold. It has been holding ever since the moment you were ready to trust it, because easy is right. The bridge will not let you fall or falter. One step, and the head stays clear. Another, and the belly stays open. Another, and you feel it. The current you spent your whole life rowing against somehow is in the same direction as your own life. A threshold is not taken by force, for when the whole of you agrees, the crossing carries you. When the whole of you agrees, the crossing, the flow, carries you. Let yourself be carried. And with every last effortless step, the figure in the golden amber light grows more clear. And suddenly your feet find the far ground. It's solid. It's warm from the light, and it's yours, as though it's been kept for you exactly what you need this whole time. That figure stands close now. The gold gathers and settles and resolves, and the picture becomes more clear. You see who this is, not a stranger, not a guardian, not a guide sent to meet you. It is you, the one who you are becoming. Already here, already standing on this shore, already waiting with the patience, all of the patience in the world for the rest of you to arrive, to return. Notice how this self stands with ease. The integrity of it, nothing to prove, nothing to defend, nothing to hold tight onto. This is the ancient wisdom pattern called majesty. It's not power that pushes, but presence that radiates quietly just by being here. It always has, and it always will be you. And in your mind's eye, you don't reach for this self. You don't take anything or try to earn it. All you do is match. Let's bring your hands now into the shape you learned, the mudra of majesty. Interlace your fingers together. Allow the two first or index fingers to arrive and rise to meet, the thumbs to cross. And you remember that the right on top activates the masculine, the left thumb on top activates the feminine, and you find your perfect flow in this moment, just letting it be. Bringing that centered over your chest, over your heart. Your knees are soft. Breathing, your shoulders settling back in. And let the balance of this gesture hold the king, the queen, the bright current and the flowing one. Draw on level. Let that same balance settle between the two of you, who you were and who you are becoming. You in this moment, the figure that you are looking upon that is filled with majesty. Feel them begin to come into alignment, into the same key. The same rhythm, the same note. And the distance between you closes. The two tones drawing nearer and nearer, becoming one now. Standing on your own far shore, in your own quiet majesty. Standing in balance and whole, entirely And from inside this matched, balanced frequency, allow the shape of what comes next to begin to show itself. Nothing to plan, nothing to force. Just let it arrive the way you feel weather coming. And notice a feeling that arises. What does it feel like to be the you that you are becoming? Feel how you carry yourself here. Feel the shoulders that no longer brace, that relax. Feel the breath that stays low and easy, even when the day asks something intense of you. Feel the way that you'll meet the next hard thing with greater ease, steady, unhurried, already whole. Listen to how your voice sounds, how it feels when it comes from all three of you at once. Nothing held back, nothing performed, so that what you say lands simply as an unmistakable truth. Let it come whole and clear and already build this image, this feeling of you as your future self. Feel. What does it feel like to be the one you are becoming? You're not imagining a stranger's life. You're remembering your own, just a little ahead of yourself. Not someone you have to become, someone you already are, finally allowed to arrive. Allow yourself to feel yourself arrived. And here, at the still center of it all, let one knowing rise in your own voice. You think, imagine, or hear yourself say to yourself, I move as the one I am becoming. I move as the one I am becoming. I move as the one I am becoming. I am. I am. I am. Fully activating that I am presence in you now. Recognizing the distinction between what you might call the old you and the new you is nothing but a separation that you had created. The truth is, you are already. So hear yourself say, I am. Good. Settling, letting these words ring, hang in your inner air. I am. Take a slow, steady breath in. Hold it at the top easily. And as you let it go, draw all of this down. Deep into the core of your chest, into your heart. Deep into the root of your belly. Deep into the folds of the mind. For these three centers allow your truth to stay, to resonate, and remain. This is your inner compass at work. This inner compass is you. All the colors, the shades, the fabrics, the truth of you. You are that majestic being, and anytime you need to remember this truth, your hands can move back into the mudra of majesty, for you are your inner queen, and you are your inner king. Of that, there is no doubt. And now, it's about time to begin to come back into this new now moment. And just before you do, know that this once distant shore is yours always and forever. And anytime you want to return to it easily, you can do so more quickly, without any effort. Each time you choose to relax to the sounds of these chromatic crystal singing bowls, and as you breathe, you feel the shore, the water, the bridge, the light just dissolve all around you. Feeling yourself being pulled back into your physical body, and as you come back this way, you gather with the gifts that you gave yourself today. You bring the compass, your three centers agreeing, that rhythm of coherence, the head, the heart, the gut. Bring the feeling of the true signal, your inner compass pointing north, true, strong, right, solid, yours. Bring the balance that you found, the warm golden ground of that far shore, which is simply your ground, your sacred inner holy ground, never distant, always within you. And bring the shape of the life already taking form within you. Gather it all now and gently carry it back and nestle it deep into that sacred heart, the conductor of your life. If this is your time to drift now into sleep, rest well. Let your three centers stay awake even as you dream sweetly. Or, if you're ready to cross back into the threshold of today, come with me now, taking a deep breath in, breathing in, holding that breath going. As you slowly exhale, feel yourself returning all the way home into your physical body, beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes and your nose. Yeah, a long, easy stretch if it wants to come, feeling your energy rising bright, awake again. And whenever you're ready, in your own perfect time, your eyes softly drift open. in your perfect time, your unique space, with ease, completely effortlessly. Because the truth is easy. Welcome. Welcome home, and welcome to the other side. My friends, how was that for you? What are you experiencing? I invite you, if you'd like to share in the comments what came up for you, what you're feeling. I'd love to take a moment and acknowledge those. And remember, because this is a different format, because we are hearkening to tomorrow, the summer solstice, the solstice itself, we will be taking this next time to come in and actually connect one-on-one. So we'll be able to listen from a different perspective. We'll be doing that on Zoom. So for all of our Insight Timer and YouTube friends, if you'd like to join in that, we can send you the link. If you just go to charlene.com/solstice and send us your email, we can send you that link. Otherwise, there's not really a good way for us to get you that. We'd love to have you on Zoom. Oh, it's completely free. I saw someone in the chat asked, April, thank you for saying, yeah, it's free. No strings attached. None at all. Goodness. April, yes. I love that you are here to watch. It's amazing. Flora, I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you for joining us. Nancy, I love this. Nancy says, powerful. Thank you so much. Yeah, that really was. It was very interesting what came up. Sandy says, love your information. So interesting. Love your backgrounds and your coordinating shirts. Indeed. This is why my left thumb feels so easy to cross over my right. My inner feminine is very strong in majesty. That's very kind, Sandy. Thanks for you saying that. Enjoy the science that you always share. Yeah. Love your sound bowl healings. Very grateful. Feeling very nurtured with the sound bowl healings. Amazing. Sandy, thank you so much for sharing that. You know, I think it's really important. So my background is a classical musician, but I started playing the bowls when I actually just needed to heal myself. I was going through what would become the dark night of my soul, at least at this point in my life, with the passing of my father. And the bowls were the only instrument that I could play. I couldn't sing, I couldn't play piano, I could not play violin. And they helped me through that particular time. And as I was playing and healing myself, I was noticing how certain combinations of these sounds help and heal others as well. And I thought, I think there's something to this. And so I've developed a system called the Archetypes of Sound. I'm actually working on my PhD in natural science, looking at ways to better explain why sound affects us as it does so deeply, especially in these archetypal, story-based roles. I mean, that's part of my background. I was also an actor. Films, Broadway, whatever. But it's the telling of the story that presents us with an alternate side, an alternate perspective of our truth. So science is very important in the support of that, because if you don't have a background in music, I could sit here and make a lot of stuff up. But if we can ground so much of this into science, the reality begins to take a greater shape for you. And suddenly there's not just a single voice saying this, but when you have a choir of voices saying, this is what's going on, it's easier for our mind, that ever-present, constant moving, beautiful, brilliant, challenging friend, to be able to slow and accept, this is truth, and to bring that truth more deeply into our lives. So thank you for saying that, Sandy. I think it's important that we find that perfect balance between the mysticism and the science. And that's what an artist does. Actually, usually artists, we just tend to stay really far mystical because it's what pulls science. But at the same time, I like being able to share both. It becomes easier to access when we understand the left and the right sides of the brain. So, appreciate you saying that. Fifion. Oh, sorry, Jeremy. I bumped down. Hi, Monica. Nice to see you. I'm going to say that. Fifion, feeling calm yet tingling, resonating still. Love that. Thank you. Blue Topaz, amazing. Feeling so connected and empowered. Yes. Jacqueline says, that was transformative. Wow, just incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that, Jacqueline, and good work. This is a very powerful time that we are moving into. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure you've been experiencing some things that might have seemed out of the ordinary. It's not. But that's the power of where we stand right now. So let's stand and illuminate ourselves and each other in this potent time of transformation. Brad says, was with you in the music in a relaxing, comforting, somewhat slightly different world. There you go. Exactly. That's the beauty of the multidimensional nature of sound. It takes us places and it meets us places. Anastasia, hello. I felt a lot of sensations as we were connecting with our highest self and we became one. Good, yeah. Thank you so much, dear Charlene, for channeling this magic to us. Well, thank you for receiving it. Thank you for your presence. Fleur says, between bridges to, beautiful bridge to cross with the summer solstice. Thank you. Good, well done. Thank you for sharing that. Dorothy says that it brought, oh, you're right, sorry. Hi. Okay, Dorothy. It brought me to a place of deep inner peace. Amazing. Jennifer, thank you so much for your kind donation. May it come back to you 100-fold. Suzanne, nice to see you. She says, honestly, I feel the vibrations from head to toe. I fell asleep for at least 30 minutes, yeah. Awoke to flower shapes appearing in my mind's eye. The sound of the notes really do help the senses for me. They do. It was interesting, too, and Suzanne, thank you for gently reminding me. Let me share with you what was going on musically, because there was a lot to dive into, which is probably why it was easy to have such a specific type of experience, whether it was one that prompted you to take a little nap or in your body to reset in doing that, nothing wrong with that, or to have a transformative, interactive, somatic response. So the body was very much calling us pretty much the whole time to stay in two keys. One, fundamental tone of F, F major, and an inverted chord. So we were putting, an F major chord is made up of F, A, and C. So it makes it sound so pretty and nice. In classical music, F major helps us connect into the heart. It's a very calming, centering, grounding effect. In esoteric thought, we connect the same type of frequency into the center of our being, into our chest, into this area. You kind of start to feel it vibrating and settling in. Most people feel this in the heart space. And there's a reason for that. Each note has a different resonant quality that affects our physical organs. So in F major today, we can put this same high C, that third note, F-A-C, we can actually put it below the F. Classical music, it's called an inversion. You don't need to know it, but that's what's happening. So when we put this C undergirding and underscoring this F, we're actually activating that lower part of our body. In esoteric wisdom, this low C helps us feel grounded, safe, secure, brings us into a tonal place, and it makes sense because this is very similar to the same frequency or range of frequencies where the female voice activates. When we hear a female voice, it's generally easier for our body to relax because we can associate that range of frequency and vibration with our mother. Now, of course, we can go into additional trauma and those types of things, but in general, the human body responds to frequencies in this range because it reminds us, even subtly, of the same tone that our mother spoke when she held us and told us we were safe. So when our gut is safe, feels safe, our heart is activated and open, conducting its way, this third eye, this sixth energy center, this seat of intuition, begins to take over that sometimes overactive brain or mind. And we begin to sense into our body. We're almost looking at ourselves in this sort of downward position. The intuition is looking into the heart, is looking into the gut, and it's all coming back together online to be able to sink and lock in. And you feel that. Most people generally feel that. And that's what was very prominent throughout all of today. So your body could be at peace and you could relax. So Jeremy's telling me it is time to get a wiggle on. Is that what you said, honey? Did you say get a wiggle on? You just gave me a thumbs up. He was like, get a wiggle on. So we're going to start this portion now where we're going to be listening. I'm going to be listening. I'm going to listen to the bowls, and I'm going to listen to you for our friends on Zoom. So if you'd like to join us on Zoom, just go to charlene.com/solstice, and we can send you the link directly so that you can join. Fifion, I see the healing power of the bowls feels amazing. Your thesis sounds fascinating. I'm a musician and teacher. Thank you. From Melbourne, Australia, where it's winter solstice, sending you so much love. Shortest day of the year. One of our favorite cities in the world. We love Melbourne. Thank you for sharing that. Love that. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Okay, so this is how it'll roll, just as a fresh reminder. So whenever we come on, I'm going to ask you to say your name for me, your first and your last name, 3 times slowly. This just allows me to listen in and begin to settle into your space so that I can hear what it is that you are ready to bring forth. And what I'm going to specifically be listening for today, right now, we're going to be listening for the vibrations that sit just behind your energy space. So this morning we talked about that signature frequency, the vibrations that you bring forth in the world. If you missed that, don't worry. Just think about, we were talking about your vibe and how your vibe comes about, where it is. We were listening to some people's vibes, what they were moving through, what they are in, the seasons that they find themselves in, and how that comes through via the bowls, musically, rhythmically, etc. Without going into too much esotericism or quantum physics, just know that kind of like how every body, physical body that we see also has a shadow. And in deep esoteric understanding, that shadow is a portal into a multidimensional space. Just move with that now. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to listen into that shadow, that multidimensional space. Now, don't get freaked out because I said shadow. Oh, this is my shadow work. It's not your shadow work. It was just a metaphor for that the presence of all that sits behind you, the field of the unseen, all the cool things that are happening that are there to support you. That's what we're going to listen to. I think that settled some of you. It's all right. So we are going to go a little woo. I'm just going to say it. We're going to go a little bit woo right now, and we're going to do it. Y'all want to go? You want to go a little woo? All right, let's go a little woo. Thank you, Jeremy. So we're going to start with Barbara. Perfect. Barbara, I would love to listen to your shadow. I'd love to listen to your inner world. If you could say your name for me 3 times slowly, please.
Barbara Rose Ackley. Barbara Rose Ackley. Barbara Rose Ackley.
Barbara, this is really lovely. This is a theme that is wanting to repeat and to keep going. Can you hear that low bowl in the back? That's a B. So what's interesting about this, I could keep playing, but I'd be playing the exact same thing over and over. In fact, I probably will just keep going, because we're moving in tones that would be grounded and connected into the fundamental tone, the key of E, as in elephant, E. E. If you joined us earlier, you know that E is the key of spring in classical music. It is the cries, the excitement of something that is to come. It's not yet arrived, but it's coming. So there's this anticipatory leaning into and this uplifting and joy and rapture that you can feel. And what's interesting is that there is also this, the way that the notes were presenting themselves, we'll just kind of leave it at that, is that it was also leading us. Feel how it's both resolved, but it's also leading. It's almost like you want to hear this note come through. You want to hear that resolution, but instead it's actually inviting us to sit into this support. And what it feels like is that the other side, the energy and information on the other side that sits through and supports you, is supporting you into this new potential, this new level of spring that's coming through every moment of every day. But it's doing it in a way where it is optimizing, supporting, challenging, and activating. It's saying, your choice, you resolve in your time, in your information. And there's not a forcing, it's not trying to ground you, it's not trying to say, this is very calming or settling. It has, in classical music, it's a cadence. We feel this lift before we settle, but you are the one who is choosing, inviting, and activating the settling. And what's behind you is setting you up. It's like maybe in volleyball where somebody sets up the ball so you can spike it in at exactly the right time for you. Now forgive me, not the best sports analogies, but that's the one that seemed to come to mind. That there's this beautiful uplifting experience and expression supporting you as you move forward. It's really lovely. It has a very soft pink. I actually smell roses. Makes sense, Barbara Rose. Very, what some might call angelic. A very sweet, soft, feminine, but structured presence that's there always. Is there anything you'd like to share, or what did you experience?
Well, I found you by accident on Insight Timer, and I don't think that it's an accident because I'm going through a very major decision in this season in my life, and until I spent the last couple of days with you and the bowls, I've been feeling really worried about that. And going through this experience, I'm not worried at all because I feel more hopeful that I'm going to do the right thing, and it'll be okay no matter what.
It already is. It already is. And this is yourself sharing and reminding that with yourself. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing those words. When I honestly must humbly say, I feel unable to express verbally the beauty that is sitting around you and behind you. I feel like I'm stumbling to try to articulate the vibration that I can feel, but it's as though someone is holding you up, and they're not going to let you fall at all. But when you are ready, they will help you set down exactly where you need to be, and it's you taking that first step. So until you're ready, and not a moment before, there's this beautiful uplifting. And I think that's also why they had asked me, just stop. They're like, yes, you played exactly what we need her to hear, but don't keep going. Let her find that resolution in her time. So beautiful. Barbara, thank you for sharing that. I'm so delighted that we accidentally found each other. There's no such thing as accidents. Truly beautiful. And as you continue with your path, whatever's unfolding, may it be beautiful, bright, easy, and fulfilling. As for all of us. All right, Jeremy, where are we going next? Karen. Hi, Karen. How are you?
Hi, Charlene.
Oh, nice to see you. How are you feeling today?
Same here. It's very calm.
Good, good, good. Well, if you could say your name for me 3 times slowly, I'd love to listen.
Karen Leibulowek. Karen Leibulowek. Karen Leibulowek.
Karen, this is really lovely. So what comes through is a very strong wash of tones, of synchronous vibrations that we might not categorize into perfect, beautiful containers, but pieces from each of these containers coming together to form this wash that is supporting you. Different vibrations at different times to do different things based on what you need in those moments. And there may be a feeling like some people may not be able to easily define you because you have these different facets, these different sides, like the sides of a crystal, and each of those sides catch lights a little differently. But what grounds that container, and it was, everything sat in a single container in the fundamental tone of B. B as in boy. In classical music, B represents all types of expressions from, composers will say, from rage and jealousy and fury to glory and greatness. It has such a broad range of effects in this system that for me, in my simple mind, I've always thought that this is the key of what it feels like to be human. And you are being supported in being human and filling in the gaps with information that you might not otherwise have had, or you have had in a different way, but it's being reflected back so you can assimilate it fully into this body, into this time, space, place. And those are the vibrations that are very strongly coming through. It's not necessarily about overall specific category. It is that you are moving beyond a single categorization of sorts. And that's how you are walking and being supported in walking in your path. Thinking of that help to fill in the blanks, and probably sometimes seemingly odd ways, whenever it's most needed. Really lovely. It's there is a very interesting figure and presence that is here as well now too, that kind of has a djinn-like sort of characteristic, but majestic, elegant, beautiful. So yeah, what did you notice? What did you experience?
Well, when you asked me how I was feeling at the beginning, I started to question that as we went along with the bowls because I got excited. I just felt all this excitement. But I did want to say that your meditation was very powerful, and it kept me in my heart center with using the mudra. I have taught Kundalini yoga before, and I know you use Satnam, so I think you were on this path at some point. But I am amazed by all of your wonder and your talents, knowledge of science, technology. You're just so wonderful.
It's very kind. Thank you.
And actually, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it in a Hallmark movie sometime.
Well, if you go, where is on Hulu? Where is it's everywhere. An Evergreen Christmas. My husband and his sister wrote it. My husband directed it. So you could kind of see if you like Christmas movies. But there's one. Thank you so much for letting us listen to that. That was really beautiful. It had a very mystical undercurrent and pinning that. It's really cool to hear it connecting more deeply into your voice. It feels like it's something that it is just that. It's moving in the background at all times. Kind of like this really beautiful operating system that we didn't even know that was flipped on. So that was really neat. Thanks for letting me hear it.
So interesting. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Take care.
Thank you. You as well. Jeremy, where are we headed next? That was really cool. They're all very cool. They're all just amazing to me in different ways. And they have such different feelings. All right, let me get down to business. Pull back my hair. Marie, how are you? Yay!
Yay!
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. What a blessing. I guess blessing doesn't even translate. Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's just, your work is just amazing. I mean, the gift is just very touching.
Thank you kindly, my friend. I appreciate it. Well, let's take a listen to you. Let's take a listen. So say your name for me 3 times slowly, please. This is really interesting. So what first came through was actually a message for you from the vibrations on the other side. So you received both a message, and then after that is when they showed themselves. So the message that came through, this almost lullaby type of peaceful sort of soothing reminder, but with just enough dissonance, right? You can hear that some of the notes clash, but there's still such a beauty and tenderness within them, right? And it's in the key of D and G and in D major. Again, this sort of cry of hallelujah, of a victory. And remember, victories they can be big and exuberant, they can also be soft and subtle and still and quiet like a lullaby. And so this message of this sort of inner exaltation of you, for you, from those that support you, was truly lovely. And then at the end, they're like, oh yeah, we're not done. Let us identify ourselves. And they grounded us into this beautiful fundamental tone of B. So B, this expression of all. So it's this kind of this conglomeration of, in the body it feels like what it is to be human, but when we begin to listen to it, it often takes us into the realm of limitless possibility. You can hear almost a floating element to it. And in that connection of B and this D major, it actually suggests B minor, because I'm having this D here in this my lower hand with this beautiful upper B and that lovely F sharp. The F sharp you might feel in the upper part of your chest. The B you might feel in the top of your head. And this D, it's that watery creative center within the body, but there's this sort of fusion between these two worlds. They are not defined by B minor, but that's that gateway between where they were coming from and this message that they left you in D major that they wanted to impart in you. In B minor in classical music, we connect this into, it's almost like a key of patience, of settling in. There's a calm. And musicologists will often say a submission to divine fate, but it's not really that's kind of, I wouldn't say it that way. What I might say instead is it is a relaxing into the flow of the divine currents because all is well, and feeling the safety within the beauty of that flow. And that's what was coming through. Really lovely how they did that. That was very cool to experience. I'm not sure, Jeremy, I don't think I've ever had someone, the other side, actually sending a specific message. That was really neat. Thank you so much for letting us hear and experience that. What did you experience? What did you sense or feel or?
For me, felt very church-like,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt very powerful and very soft at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like I felt like bathed in love and softness, and held in that. And really, I felt like a symphony, then I like the angel behind and all around were just singing. And, yeah, and giving me reassurance.
Yes. Well, may we all be so lucky to hear our angels singing us a symphony of reassurance and feeling blessed and settled into our space. Ah, that was so beautiful. Thank you for allowing us to hear that. Thank you for allowing us to flow in that with you. Truly, truly lovely. Wasn't that amazing? Yeah, so incredible. Wow. Ah, thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Jeremy, where are we headed next? Wow. Holly Addington. Hello, Holly. Wow.
Hi,
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, if you could say your name for me, just first and last name slowly 3 times, that'd be great. Hang on for 1 second, actually. Thank you. All right. Sorry. Sorry if this nap was too loud. I apologize. Sometimes we have to shift the space. All right. Okay, Holly.
Holly Addington Miranda. Holly Addington Miranda. Holly Addington Miranda. Such beauty in the simplicity of this. And there's nothing simple about this. So again, this feels like a message from your higher self specifically, not necessarily even looking at the vibrations or the energies behind you that are always moving and supporting. This is actually from your heart to your heart. And this idea, this theme, is kind of a theme and variation of what the session was inviting us to sit into today. To sit into the wholeness, the coherence of an inner agreement where we're not pushed off by the weight, the stress, the noise of the world, but that we are centered and anchored in the truth of who we are. And that's what was coming through, this anchoring truth that is there, even when it might not feel like it is for you, it is. Without a shadow of a doubt. It is so clear in your space. It's actually hard to hear behind your space because it's so bright. And there's a soft, feminine power that is pure majesty because of its just effortless flow. And you can hear the bowls still singing. I mean, I barely touched them right then, and they're still going. They're resonating this truth that is floating all around you. So we were moving between the keys of C and F. Again, this childlike accessibility and truth don't know if I said it in this section or another segment, but from the mouths of babes, it's that truth that comes through because it's so clear and apparent, even when we like to make things obscure. Oh, it's colored by the fragrance of the heart. And there's a very beautiful, just loving embrace. There's a warmth, but at the same time, a coolness that's coming as well. It's a very interesting vibration and resonance to it. So really, really interesting, lovely, and quite captivating. What did you experience? What did you sense?
That makes so much sense. I felt I was brought to tears because I needed the reminder.
Yeah. We all do, right? We all do. And it was a blessing that you stepped forward and said, me, because you're blessing other people by helping all of us remember that. So thank you very much. So beautiful. Might have to write a song around that one. That's a really pretty little ditty. Jeremy's nodding and smiling. Really lovely, yeah. That's going to stay, I think, for a while. Holly, thank you so much. So beautiful. All right, friends, I know we've got more of y'all. And if you need to pop off, totally fine. We're going to keep going because that's what we do. God bless my husband. And don't forget to join us tomorrow again at noon, high noon Eastern time for the summer solstice, the actual ceremony. And by the way, when you come tomorrow too, if you bring a little bottle of essential oil, an essential oil that means something to you, that'd be great. If you don't have one, don't worry, you don't need it. You could use olive oil. You could use your imagination, doesn't matter. Just bring a little bit of oil if you can. It's nice to have a tactile experience, to a somatic sort of gentle reminder of the anointing of who we are. It's not religion, it's none of that. It's the truth of you as spirit in this body. So that'll be tomorrow at noon Eastern time. And let's keep going because this is fun. Y'all having fun? Yeah. I love this. All the hearts going on Insight Timer as well. It's incredible to watch, isn't it, guys? Because you start to feel the resonance happening in your own space, even just by watching others. So cool. So, all right, Jeremy, where are we going? Christina. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, wait a second. Tiny print. How are you? Good to see you again. How are you, Christina? Good to see you.
I'm doing great.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, let's take a listen. If you'd say your name for me slowly 3 times, I'd love to listen.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Christina Beckar. Christina Beckar. Christina Beckar.
Christine, this is so amazing. What comes through is it's the voice of evolution, of expansion, of shifting beyond a transformation, and not just a transformation, not a little shift or change or a subtle thing, but a shift into a transfiguration, so that the form itself is beginning to shift and change, which is why we started in this really lovely, beautiful low A. It wasn't A, but it was A as the fundamental tone. It actually has the undercurrents of D major, which brings in that element of victory. But the A was that fundamental tone that kept moving us through this space. And when we reach this A, remember the A connects us into the divine flow, the element of faith that just is that internal alignment and that inner compass so locked in. And then we walk down into B, this connection to all in the divine. So it literal transfiguration from one key to another. It wasn't just a modulation. The way that some of the other tones had walked through, as I was watching, I was witnessing them start to shift and unfurl and take a new type of form. And that's that vibration that's sitting behind you all the time. So no matter what you are doing, that beautiful transformative vibration is always there, always present. And it makes sense with what you had shared last time about your message, your mission, your passion, and your purpose in so many ways. So I'm kind of not surprised that that's what came through, but holy moly, so beautiful and lovely. And I'm, again, a very unique expression of that. I don't think I've heard transfiguration before. I've heard transformation, but this was a total shift in it. Really cool. It was awesome. At least that's what I thought, but for whatever it's worth. What did you experience? What did you feel and notice?
Well, I just have to say, like always, you are amazing. I'm just like in awe of you.
It's very sweet.
I want to mention, like, during the sessions, the colors that I saw. Like during the first session earlier today, I saw like the colors of green and pink pulsating. I was lying down with my eyes closed. And then the last session, when I was sitting upright, I saw like at the end there flashes of purple color. That was my experience with the sound bowls.
I love that. Well, the interesting thing about resonance and vibration is that vibration is vibration. We just have different sensory abilities to perceive different ranges of vibration. And just like we know on a piano keyboard that there's a certain pattern of 12 notes, 7 white keys and 5 black keys that repeat going up and down the piano keyboard, all of these patterns, these vibrations, repeat in different sensory quality experiences that we perceive through our senses in different ways. So that's why synesthetes, those who can, like for instance, we smell sound, we hear color, etc. That there's a wire cross, is what science calls. There's a wire cross in how the brain perceives sensory information. But there really isn't. And that's accessible for all of us because it's just perceiving with your different sense abilities the same types of information. So sound absolutely comes as color. It absolutely comes as feeling in the body. It comes as a combination of all of those. And that is all information that I like to encourage myself to sit with and see, well, what does that mean to me? And I might encourage you to sit with it and say, what does that mean to me? Because of course there are standard understandings of what the color green means or vibrates or resonates at, and pink as well. Yeah, but sometimes too, if we consider that the idea that science also suggests that when we see the color green, our brain is actually synthesizing the wavelengths of everything but the vibration, the color that we call green. Green is actually, for instance, whatever color we see, we actually perceive the absence of that color. So sit with that for a minute. And so when we begin to take on these other sensory information as it comes in, it starts to open a bit of a treasure trove of possibilities of how we can bring new data deeper for ourselves. Because it doesn't matter for you, really. It doesn't matter what I think or say or see or reflect, because I'm only going to reflect or see or look back at a portion of one of these things, unless we look very much holistically, and that's an agreed upon series. I mean, that's a whole other ball of wax. But generally, most people only see what they can perceive, right? Like, you don't know what's over there. You can only see to hear. But what's just beyond that? I can see it. So that information, I feel like it's also too, that's the element of transfiguration for you, of being able to take that information and synthesize it more deeply in a way of truth for you, whatever that may be. Which is part of the fun, part of the journey. Cool. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I always find like the singing bowls to be very therapeutic and healing.
Yeah. And it makes sense. They're made out of quartz crystal. They carry the same type of vibratory properties that we have deep within our bones. Our bodies receive this energy information differently than they do an oboe, differently than they do a piano, differently than they do a harp. How things are constructed informs how we receive them. You know, it's why no two instruments ever sound alike. Even the exact same instrument, every violin sounds a little bit different than every other violin. So yeah, the bowls are really beautiful messengers of that which is deep within us. Thank you so much for letting us hear. That was beautiful. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Charleene.
My pleasure.
I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And I for you as well. Where are we going, Jeremy? Vera. Hello, Vera. Yay! She's like, I win! With her beautiful stained glass behind her. So pretty.
Yeah. And the owls were talking.
Really? What?
What's behind? And she just started talking again.
What did she say?
I haven't picked up their thoughts yet, but they're my totem. And yesterday, a hummingbird came to the window, right in front of my face.
Amazing. Look at that. And with the peacock behind you, so I sense you're into avians. You like birds. You have a resonance with birds.
I'm really into horses, but the avians are definitely calling me.
Amazing. Well, really interesting balance. Okay, this is okay. Wow, this will be fun. All right, let's see where we go. Wow, okay, because we're already going there. So if you could say your name for me 3 times slowly, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll give you my full name.
Okay.
Vera Enos Vogt. Vera Enos Vogt. Vera Enos Vogt.
This is so... So what came through was from a multidimensional plane, not so close to where we are, a little bit farther away. And the image that arrives that took a moment to bring into, to compact into this dimension, this reality that we perceive, is that of an open, wide plain of vista. It's like a sunset in the background. There's all these rich ochre, ambers, rust oranges, a little bit of blue in a setting sun, a little bit of green speckled across this landscape, but it's wide open plain with beautiful red soil. And it was a space and place of freedom. And so for whatever reason, how you connect with the avians, that place, that freedom, that ability to fly, that lifting up, and the horses as well, that ability to fly. That what was very strongly being painted across the bowls. And it was a point of freedom. And that freedom is what supports you every moment of every breath of this life. And it's that openness, that expanse that allows you to color your world, to place whatever it is you want to into that world. And in doing so, you can change the painting, you can change that landscape, but that essence of open, wide expanse remains always. And it's interesting because it is grounded into the body with that low C, so we feel it somatically into a grounded space. And it also centers in the heart, and it centers actually in this beautiful E flat, which kind of sits a little bit in the low. You'll feel it. A lot of us will feel the E flat in the, how do I say this in English? Upper, lower, middle part of our back. So from not the low part of our back, but the upper low part of our back. So not in the center of our back, but just below the center. There you go. Just below the center of the back. You kind of will feel that beautiful, yeah, you kind of settle into that. It feels as though someone is putting a hand on your back, just feeling that support. They're not pushing you. You're not off balance. You're not being compelled to anything. You are just femininely held. And it's interesting because in classical music, E flat major has a resonance that composers will connect to the ideas of love, devotion, and intimate conversations with God. So if we were to extrapolate that into this point, there is this freedom to find the stability, which then moves into the heart space. And it continues. See how it just continues to sweep through and paint the land? Really, really, really neat. Vera, what did you experience? What came through for you?
I felt very grateful that it was so gentle and soft, because there are elements of my personality that are very Germanic and, for lack of a better word, driven. So I was really grateful for that. And I felt comforted, and I get the feeling of being supported.
Yeah.
And it flowed.
And remember that this is not a reflection of you. That is what is sitting behind and always right there with you. So you can be as Germanic as you would like to be. You can be as bold and as brash and as strong and as in your face because you have that permission. You have that freedom. I think that's really, this was that expanse and freedom. Those are the words that just keep circling in my skull. Really, but honestly, I can't get that picture out of my head. So, but yeah. No. Of what I saw when I was the vibrations as they were trying to come through. So it's always interesting when we're squeezing something across dimensions into this place. Really lovely. Thank you so much for allowing us to hear that, Vera. I've really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Your work is absolutely amazing. I've never come anywhere close. I mean, you're pulling mastery from so many different areas. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Healing.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it. Yeah, be well. Be well. Listen for those owls, maybe.
Oh, yes.
She's going to be back. She'll be like, hey, Vera, I got a word for you. I love owls. I think they're such fascinating creatures. We like to lay in bed in the middle of the night, well, early morning hours, and wake up and hear the owls. Well, I do. Jeremy's usually asleep. He really prefers to sleep. Am I wrong, honey? No, he's like, true. I like to listen to the owls. All right, where are we going next, my love? Nancy! With a fur baby. Nancy with a fur baby. Who is your friend?
Oh, this is Pearl. She's deaf.
Hi,
She's
Pearl.
the life of the party.
Oh, we all need a Pearl in our lives. It's amazing. Aw, Nancy.
Next door, her friend.
Oh, looky there. It's a whole family. I love it. Well, Nancy, would you like to hear what's coming through for you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, if you could say your name first and last for me 3 times slowly, that'd be great.
Nancy Mulligan. Nancy Mulligan. Nancy Mulligan.
Nancy, before I even started, I just saw Pearl. She started dancing. She started jiggling. She was like up dancing on her back legs. So what came through was not a surprise at all, and it's really interesting. And it would just keep going because there is this life, this jubilant sort of joy that's coming forth. And what's interesting is that I feel like there is a part of you that this is actually very strongly reflected into. I know we're listening into the background, but this background really bleeds over into the foreground too, because there is a side of you that has that. Now, it may not be a place that you live in all of the time, right? There's life. But there is this just undeniable joy. So what came through is that we were in the key of A. There is this cheerfulness and a trust and an all is well. It's all good. It's all okay. And what I loved about it is that you actually started this little jig. Oh, sorry. You started this little jig. Sorry, so I was like chasing the melody there. You started this jig actually not on an A, but on the C sharp. So the C sharp in our body helps us ground into ourselves, to feel more rooted, alive, grounded, secured, and connected. And so this joy is grounded, aligned, rooted, and connected so that you can dance without fear of falling over. And that's that vibration that's sitting all around you. And I think it was really neat actually to watch little Pearl's vibration dancing around that as well. It doesn't matter if she can hear it or not. She feels that because it's also what she perceives of around you. Really interesting. What did you experience?
Oh, the same. I've just gotten so much joy since I've gotten her. She was born a week after my other one passed.
Mm-hmm.
An hour after my other one passed, January 4th. And then I got Roman here too, and Roman is just this sweet, sweet boy who has just brought me incredible joy. He's been a great brother to her, and he's 16 months old. He's all trained, and what a gift. Just such a gift. He's just brought so much joy to the house.
It's amazing, and it feels like that they are an aspect of the embodiment of that vibration that's all around you, that's supporting you. I love that you called that forth physically into your life with wet kisses and noses and waggy tails. That's truly amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And who did not?
Yeah, oh, good. And who didn't love to see Pearl and, what's her brother's name? Roman. Oh, Roman. Lend me your ear. I love that. That's so neat. Nancy, thank you so much. Bye, Pearl baby. Good baby.
She wants to be upside down.
Perfect. Me too.
She loves watching the whole world upside down. So funny.
Finally, it's right side up. Pearl's got the right idea. Well, be well. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. All right, Jeremy, where are we headed next? Vicky. Hey, Vicky, how are you?
Hi.
It's good to see you. Good to see you. Are you well?
Yeah.
Good, good.
I had, as I was working on somebody, and I noticed I had a little more elevation in my working on him because your frequencies were playing. So I appreciate it.
Fantastic. Love that. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Oh, I absolutely love that. Well, let's take a listen. Let's see what's going on. Because, you know, sometimes we get different messages that come through. So let's see what comes through today, Vicky. So say your name for me. Uh-huh. Perfect. Please, okay. 3 times.
Vicky and Ma. Vicky and Ma. Vicky and Ma.
Vicky, there's a really beautiful resonance of deep contemplation that's surrounding you, undergirding you, allowing you to move in and out and around it as need be. And what was interesting is that it's also not forcing answers, it's asking you to ask the questions. I don't know if you noticed at the very beginning, but when I started, I almost pointed at a bowl because the bowl asked to speak, but there was a follow-up question as well that wanted to contribute to that. And that's, in essence, so much of what contemplation is, right? We ponder this, we ponder that, and by pondering both, we go deeper. And that's where we were invited into this space around you. So the energy behind where you are sitting right now is this it's a really feminine, inward moving, it's almost velvety, contemplative, I'll say darker colors, more, they're not dark and heavy, but they're as in a deeper tone, almost like these dark greens, dark blues, that are inviting the stillness, the slowness in which the answers can arrive. So the permission to ask the questions, to ponder, to cultivate the ground. And then what was interesting is that then, I don't know if you noticed, but the bowls they peaked, and it was at the time you were adjusting your volume. The bowls, they just grew. You may want to watch the playback on that as well. There'll be a playback on this on YouTube, but so you'll be able to see that. But they expanded and just would swell. And it's that moment of complete trust.
And where they would swell, that was actually in D major. So again, this victory, this overcoming, not from a point of winning, but from a point of growth, of expansion, of moving beyond, overgrowing the boundary that we had been imposed into, and moving into that space that simultaneously arrived when that feminine vibration asking us to settle and move inward is where the invitation began. So that beautiful balance between the masculine and the feminine, and then that masculine growth, and then settling back into that feminine flow. Really lovely and rather rapturous. What did you hear? What did you experience?
I think it was a time where, because I'm in a question, like, I keep waiting to see the fruits of my abilities. And I'm on a path of projects, and I've been on it for so long that I'm just wondering where I stand now. I see that my abilities are pretty great with people and healing, but the financial part is like, when is that going to show up?
It's interesting.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, and it's interesting because what you reflected back is what the bowls had communicated as well. The question, the answer, this and that. That we see a difference between the two, but they're not. They're exactly the same. And in both is both lack and ample supply. They exist simultaneously. And so feeling into that space, that's really interesting what you shared of how the bowls were speaking that. Yeah. Truly amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's good to see you again, Vicki. And I know you are continuing to, yes, and I know you're continuing to bless many, many people. So may you continue beautifully on that path. Oh, I love you, my friend. Amazing. I love how these bowls, man, I swear it's like they know things we don't. Jeremy, where are we headed next, darling? Hey, Jude, I know you. Jude. Hey.
Hello?
How? Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I had a hard time clicking. I don't know why.
These things happen. Technology sometimes. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm not good with it.
That's all right. You're good at everything you need to be good at.
Okay.
So say your name, whatever you would like for me to listen to, 3 times slowly, please, my friend.
Alrighty. Judy Ann Snashel. Judy Ann Snashel. Judy Ann Snashel.
Judy, what I hear coming through that's in support of you on the other side. It could be likened to the depth of magic. So there is this deep low, this big guy, this low F. And the F is an octave below where we typically would feel that F in the heart center. And there is just this low, steady drone that would just pulse like a wave, in and out. But what it would ask to harmonize with is actually this B. Now, in classical music, an F to a B, the interval is called a tritone. A tritone is, if we were to have a musical scale move from end to end, it's the exact middle of the musical scale, which interestingly is why it sounds a little bit unstable. And there's math behind that, which I don't need to go into right now, but that instability actually evokes an archetype that feels very magical. This is actually, back in medieval times, this interval was forbidden to be sung in religious music, well, which was basically the music of the day. They called it the devil's tone. This is an interval that you hear a lot in hard rock and rock and roll music. You hear the tritone. Sounds a little different on electric guitar than it does in the crystal singing bowls. But the tritone is all about bringing just enough instability to elicit the spark of magic. And yet there is this deep grounding of this heart-based vibration and frequency that sits underneath all of this, even having its own bit of magic happening below. And the other tones that kind of worked their way through, they were just that. They were sort of passing tones that would bring out the harmonics and splashes of colors at different times. But it's all about this magic that's sitting on the other side. Sending, you could say, the fairy dust of goodness, or whatever it is that you need, your way. And in that bit of instability is perfect harmony and stability. Because what can you do with magic? Anything. What did you experience? What did you hear and see or feel?
I love the love. It's always felt home. So maybe I will be levitating soon.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. Do it. I think we're all cheering you on. Exactly. And that is that point that, see, magic, what's a good way to put this? Magic is simply science that we haven't figured out yet. That's all it is. It's just something we haven't figured out what to give a name or an explanation or a credential to or for. It doesn't change the fact of what it is. It's possible. So I love that limitless possibility that was magically appearing behind you. Thank you so much for letting us hear it. Really enjoying? Really enjoyable. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, Jeremy, where are we headed next? It's going to be magical. I can feel it. Yes, absolutely. Katrina. I see Katrina. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Are you well?
Good. I took a nap during mission.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Naps are important. I took a bath personally, but that's just me. During halftime. Yep. Well, Katrina, say your name for me, your first and last name for me 3 times slowly, please. I'd love to listen.
Katrina Jane Mull. Katrina Jane Mull. Katrina Jane Mull.
This is really interesting, Katrina, because what's coming through is a wash of colors that just sort of move, kind of like watercolors. If you were to put a watercolor, a wet brush onto that you rolled in some watercolor paint and then just let it sort of glide over a thick piece of paper and watch the colors just sort of disperse and move. And that's the vibrations that are sitting all around you all of the time in this sort of beautiful kind of cascade of way. There's a sovereignty and a permission in that it doesn't need to be defined. It just is, because it allows you to flow as you do, as you want, as you choose. And always in support of that, without ever trying to define or stifle or create a definite solid space. Sometimes the background very much comes through in a very defined sort of way because it helps us define how we move around. This is actually just the opposite. This is this beautiful sort of wash of color and space. And it's very light and it's very shifting and almost dancing over the bowls so that the bowls feel as though that they are inviting you to look at different images of yourself with every interaction that you have in life, of taking that more than just a reflection of a feeling into it, of assimilating the color of the experience and the color of you within the experience. This is a very interesting one. Again, where the tones just want to wash. They just want to wash on you. And in that washing is that like love. It's a lovely kind of wash. What did you experience out of curiosity?
It's like when you were saying images of me, that was something. So I need to add a little bit.
Say that last part again. So images of what? My speaker cut out just a little bit.
Of me.
There's nothing, yeah, no, it's nothing that you need to do. It's an energy that allows you strongly to make the choice. And what you will feel more comfortable hearing is what they are actually inviting me to share with you now that has more definition and structure. And that's connecting very strongly into this root, moving in between this a low B and a high B, this octave of a B, again, this B, this crown connecting into the all. They're like, she will find structure and stability in that. This will make sense to her. But the truth is, the truth also is of what's going on, is this beautiful wash of color all in and around it. But sometimes you can't hear that wash when the structure's there. So don't think of the structure as this is what I need to do. Just think of the structure as giving you the page on which your watercolors are floating and appearing and moving, okay? So then these sort of washes of sounds, color, see how they just start to bring up different emotions, but the emotions become more defined because you have that space. but you are guided into these different emotional states. And it sounds like that's actually an aspect of your experience, is being able to have these emotional states. The emotion for you is very important. And perhaps the emotion sometimes comes in excess, sometimes it comes in, it's not, and that's why it's important to invite it. Perhaps it's a combination of all of it, but it's that permission that is around you is what I keep hearing, for you to have these emotions, but to recognize them for what they are. They are information coming to you to serve you, not to overtake you, not to drown you, but to literally color your world. Your world, your page, your paper has been defined. You are safe, you are secure. So in the interim, just watch the colors wash through and around and witness them, not from a point of, oh, this is what that means, this is what that means, which is also why those meanings are not coming. It's actually just from a point of experiencing and allowing, and then regulating. So we can experience emotion, but not become the emotion. We can experience a joy, but realize that we live both in a world that has both joy as well as grief or sorrow, both and. And moving through those patterns is what actually, it's like Tai Chi for the soul. That's what keeps coming through. There we go. It's like these movement patterns that allow you to wash your world. And in doing that, that's when you have the experience. So in this instance, if I'm doing these patterns, it's not because I've set out to do Tai Chi, but because I am moving and feeling and experiencing the energy even as I move. That's what that was. So apparently, and it's interesting because my body, my brain ain't doing this. My body's actually sitting through, this is still the watercolors that are moving all around the space. Really interesting, okay. And really lovely. Does that speak a little differently to your heart?
Yes. And then flowing of motion. So when you first started, the tears were just sitting there on the eyelids.
Love that. Let them flow. Change that pH, change that body chemistry. That's perfect. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Katrina. So beautiful. Now I think we should just all go out and do Tai Chi or Qigong. Just move through these vibrations. So beautiful. Oh, I love that. Thank you for allowing us to experience that with you. Jeremy, where are we headed next? Diana. Hi, Diana. How are you?
Hello.
Good to see you.
Better every session. Holy cow.
Amazing. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So great. All right. Well, let's listen into the background with you. If you'd say your name for me 3 times slowly.
Diana Laurel Guerrero. Diana Laurel Guerrero. Diana Laurel Guerrero.
This is really lovely. What came through is actually just a very elegant, combined, and still presence of divine feminine. So we moved into the key of F sharp. F sharp to me has always felt like Mother Mary. It's often described as one of the most perfect key signatures that we can write or compose in, just because of mathematically how it sits in space without going into too fine of detail. And in this space, there is an overcoming. And even in classical music, there is a F sharp major is often said this triumph over difficulty. And it's that overcoming spirit that is sitting very cleanly in your space. But what I was marveling at is that the bowls had a hard time containing the energy. When I strike a bowl, it will strike very clearly and purely because that's generally what they do. It's the nature of the instrument. But when we start introducing other vibrations, other energies, other, let's just say dimensions, into this range, sometimes the instrument it begins to buckle, and it makes sense. Piezoelectric crystal, things happen that we can't fully explain. So there's a buckling going on, and actually what it felt like is that there was a, almost like a sand that was sitting, large granules of sand that were sitting around the outside of the bowl. Here's a good visual. So, earthly visual. So, what are those drinks, Jeremy, that have salt around, margarita, that has a salt around the rim? Okay, so think about salt around the rim. That's what it felt like to play the bowls, because they were trying to capture the fullness of these vibrations that were trying to come through, that were very strongly in a different time, space, place, dimension. And that here connect into this overcoming, beautiful feminine. Again, I always feel Mother Mary when I hear F sharp. Actually, our Ave Maria is an F sharp minor and then ends in F sharp major. And there's a reason for that. So yeah, what did you experience? What came through for you?
A couple things. The first was shoulders up. A lot of resonance coming up from the heart, and a visual of a Tibetan bowl with, it was surrounded underneath by something, but then there was a flame moving up from the center of the bowl.
I love that.
Super strong. And then on this project I'm working on, I can start with my team sauce, those 3 rings, and I heard that also. It's part of that creative process, and I am moving through some really huge healing right now. So that's also in alignment with what you're thinking.
And it's interesting, too, the fact that a Tibetan bowl came through visually for you. So one of the differences between a crystal that's tuned and a Tibetan bowl, especially a hand-hammered one, which is what you saw, you didn't see a machine one, I'm guessing, one that was actually, authentic, an analog version, not a digital replication. The bowls themselves, each time that they are hammered, they pull off these beautiful overtones, which is why you necessarily wouldn't use a bunch of Tibetan bowls in a symphonic or musical kind of setting, because each bowl is a symphony of its own. And so you have all of this wash of sound. And so even trying to ask these bowls to kind of sit into that space to define that, apparently it ended up with a lot of salt on the rim as they were reflecting back that fullness of the sound that you are beginning to embody and bring through. So beautiful. It makes so much sense. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, thank you for allowing us to hear that. Yeah, amazing, amazing, my friend. I love this. Y'all never cease to amaze me. Okay,
Great. So Jeremy says we're going to do the next 3 that he has up, and then we're already 40 minutes over time, but we'll have to end. Okay, so we'll do 3 more. But remember, we're going to be back tomorrow too, so no stress. Tomorrow will be a beautiful solstice celebration and ceremony. I can't wait to see you at 12 o'clock. And you know what, guys, if this is speaking to you, take a moment, please, and share your experiences with us. Jeremy has a link in the chat. You can just click on this link, and you can either do one of two things. It's a place for us to collect either your written testimonial. You can just type something in, something that happened to you, something that you wanted to share. I'd love to hear this. Or if you want to record a quick video, you absolutely can do that too. And we'll just be talking like you and I right here, right now. And it's a really neat program. It's very easy to walk through. And I'd love to hear what's going on for you. You know, we do these things. We don't do these things for me or for, we do these things for you, for the collective, for all. So let us know what really resonates for you, what works. You know, if there's anything that we can improve on as well, always, you know, we're happy to hear all of that. We are but human, but we all are a reflection of the divine. So I'd love to see and hear your reflection of the divine and your experience. So if you have a moment to do that, that'd be great. All right. So we're going to Mari. I see you. Kind of. Hi. Nice to see you again. Are you ready? Would you like to hear what's listening on or what's supporting from the other side?
Yes.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Mare. So what comes through from the other side is a place of a beautiful blue, deep blue indigo, like the color of a midnight sky. Expanse. It's interesting because there are things that are hanging over the bowls that were transmitted without being physicalized. What I mean by that, you might have seen it that last strike. I knew I was supposed to strike, but the mallet would not make contact with the bowl at all. It kind of startled me. But it resonated something that needed to vibrate in this space as well. So there is a lot of subtlety and pure limitlessness, like the night sky that's sitting all around you and behind you. The tones that primarily came through were that of A, this low A, and this low B. So A, this deep intuition, this deep insight, this deep connection, and trust in the divine that all is well. B, connecting into the expansion of all, the interconnectedness of all, what it is to be human, what it is to be divine, all at the same time. That
primordial balance between all and nothing, this and that. And that's really where this floating cosmic, it just felt like a midnight star expanse in space is what's being offered, that's all around you. I don't want to call it liquid or goo or soup, or it's none of that. It's almost more of like a plasma that's just always there, always kind of constantly expanding and moving and meeting you where you are. It is. It feels like plasma. What did you experience, Mare, if you'd like to share?
Mostly what I felt was a sensation in my heart chakra.
Mm-hmm. 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 And it's those vibrations that sit around you that would activate that. And what's interesting, I'd forgotten to say this, forgive me. There was a magic as well, because whenever we did have these two notes would be very much defined. This is the F. This is connecting into that heart area. But when we play it against that B to F, there's that magic. It's the archetype of the magician, right? So there's that limitless possibility within that. So that's where, that makes sense, that's where the that heart chakra opening would make sense, because it's how it was manifesting. So you notice the lower tones, those vibrations that are sitting outside of us, these that are sitting in our body, as well as then those harmonics that begin to lift us up. Really interesting. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, thank you very much. That was beautiful.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It was really beautiful and lovely to listen to. I felt like I was starting to float away into a midnight cosmic sky. So lovely. Thank you very much. Jeremy, where are we next? Leticia! I know Leticia.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
Awesome. All right, you want to listen to it in the background?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right, if you could say your name for me 3 times.
Leticia González. Leticia González. Leticia González. Leticia, there's this beautiful imagery sitting behind you of a tree that's constantly growing, and from that tree, we see the colors, we experience the colors that in music connect us into this beautiful A major. And there's this upward expansion as the tree is lifting up. And so there's this constant support all around you. It almost feels like a great big cloak that's about to come and sit on your shoulders anytime you need warmth. Otherwise, it just sort of hovers right above you. And even at that very end, when we moved into, this is essentially we're looking at E major. E major is that hope, that promise of spring, the anticipation of something that's just about to arrive. And then it held for a while, and I had wondered, is this going to resolve? And the note did. And so I gave it a gentle nudge so you could hear it more distinctly on the other side of Zoom. And it resolved back into A.
But the resolution is not because something is resolving something for you. It's because it is the energy, the vibration behind you and around you all of the time is lifting you up, is providing that steady rise of information so that when you are ready and when you need it to rest gently on your shoulders and it to arrive, it is there. This beautiful allowing before you activate the settling. Really beautiful, really just, it makes me think of images of an eagle, like the wings of an eagle. Maybe that's why I'm flying like an eagle. But it has this sort of protectress, uplifting, otherworldly, lifting up sensation and energy. What did you experience?
That was beautiful. I felt an emotion come up, not as much as I did yesterday, but definitely felt like in my heart or so. I've been on a deep healing journey the past 6 years, so like hearing and trusting that there's going to be that other side, like that was just beautiful. It all resonated.
Amazing. And this is interesting too. I love that you say that it wasn't as, you didn't feel it somatically as much. I was crying yesterday. So yeah, well, and here's the interesting thing is that makes complete sense, because what you were listening to wasn't you. What you were listening to yesterday was more you. But what you were listening to here is that which is around you. It's kind of like, oh, because it's in support of you. And it's so beautiful. It is this very strong eagle, almost like a condor kind of vibration that is that strong presence, perhaps.
I appreciate you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My pleasure, Leticia. Oh, so gorgeous. All right, Jeremy, where do we go? Is this our last one, you said? Oh, okay. All right. This is what we're doing. Perfect. Jay. Hello, Jay.
Hello. I'm the other half of the dog lady.
Perfect. Amazing.
I'm a Reiki master, I'm a pastor, I'm all kinds of things.
Incredible.
And I feel the weight of, yesterday was June 19th, June 9th, my son's birthday, and then tomorrow is, the solstice.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now, isn't there?
I'm a musician, so I know it's talking about resonance. Resonant with the violin.
Yeah. No, you're doing great, Jay. Why don't we take a listen to see what's supporting behind you? Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Jay, if you could say your first and last name for me slowly 3 times.
Jay Mulligan. Jay Mulligan. Jay Mulligan. Interesting, Jay. What came through is that we started in the key of C sharp major. In the body, we feel C sharp as a way to easily ground. In fact, whenever we ground in a lot of the practices that we do, you'll usually hear me playing this low C sharp because it has a very similar type of vibration into the planet. If we're kind of extrapolating Schumann's resonance upward into this particular octave, it generally resonates here around this C sharp. And so, but what was interesting is that when you were speaking your name, I can feel a bit of this going on around your space. And what was coming through was a settling of this. And it would make sense then that these grounding tones start to arrive. And when they arrived and took us into C sharp major, there is in classical music, C sharp major often kind of makes us think of this smile through the tears sort of experience, that hardship that all you can do is smile. And yet sometimes too, tears come through extreme joy that all you can do is sit there dumbfounded. So tears aren't necessarily a negative or bad or lower frequency thing. Tears are actually very clearing. And so there is a joy in the clearing, which is exactly the time that we find ourselves in, as you so beautifully said, even before we started, moving into the space of the summer solstice. But then, because apparently you were not to be outdone, you switched, you took us from this beautiful place of defining an aspect of this sovereign space, your kingdom. This is a perfect fifth, that 3-to-2 ratio that has a strong sense of stability. We can just really sit beautifully into that space. But then at the end, you resolved that. And suddenly you're like, psych, we're actually in the key of F sharp major. So even though we started in C sharp, we actually were starting in the fifth, because then you wanted to resolve it into F sharp. And F sharp, you might remember we had talked about this a little bit before, but F sharp in classical music connects us into this overcoming vibration. It has a very, for me, I've always felt it connecting strongly into the presence, the potency, the majesty of Mother Mary, that type of vibration and that resonance. Also, it's cleanly connected into possibly one of the most beautiful keys in classical music because of how the math works with tunings and various systems, etc. But so F sharp major is a really, really lovely key. So I love how you turned the narrative on its head, and you did that with ease and grace and beauty in such a way that was unexpected, that brought just a little bit of laughter and wonder and that smile through those tears of transformation. Really amazing. Jay, I loved that. What did you experience?
Several things spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
One was wonder. I forgot the word you put to it, but wonder. Mm-hmm. And that's a period I'm living in now. And I also understand the struggles appears. I've lost people,
mm-hmm.
things dear to me, but also feels joy
mm-hmm.
for this day, joy for what I'm doing. Those things resonate.
Yeah.
And I love fish.
Well, there you go. And we're done. I know. No, that's amazing. But it's true. And it was so beautiful too how you created. Hi Pearl. Hi Roman. How you created this centering container. And even now, as I listen to your voice, the vibrations that are all around you are incredibly supportive, and they're incredibly responsive too. It's not just, here, we're going to create a palette and then you can move in it as you want, or this is what you need to do, or, oh, we're ready for you, here you go. It's like, no, you're in this moment, we're right there with you too. There is a deep connection to that other side, and that vibration that came through was in response to what you physically needed. So there's a strong connection between, let's just say, between the sides of the veil. But there is that strong connection to help deliver to you that which you most need in any moment. And sometimes it may not be these grand moments of deliverance that we get, but the beauty, the grace is in all of those quiet ones where we do. And that is what I hear when I listen behind you. How beautiful. Jay, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. I understand we've gone over time. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. I'm so glad we were able to connect. Give Roman and Pearl a kiss for me. And
and my parrot, my son Tanya was singing hi too.
Look at that. Everybody was singing. It's a perfect day to sing on Summer Solstice Eve. I love it. Well, Jay, I hope you and everyone else will be joining us back live tomorrow on Summer Solstice. It's already here. Can you believe it? We're going to be back here at high noon Eastern Time. That's 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And a lot of other times and other places in the world that I can't think of off the top of my head. So at 12 p.m. tomorrow, another 2-hour session. We're really going to be diving into the power and the presence of the light as it sits high overhead. So join me tomorrow at noon. I can't wait to see you again. Make sure that you bring a little oil or essential oil or just yourself. It's really all you need. But from my heart to yours, my friend, thank you. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Sat Nam.